Excellencies, leaders of government, Vice President of Zambia, Nonge Winner, Chairperson of the African Union Commission, Musa Faki Mahamat, Excellency Neven Mimica, European Commissioner for International Cooperation and Development, Excellency Amina Mohammed, Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations, Honorable Ministers and senior government officials, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and I'm very happy to be with you for this important event. As we have heard, this is a joint initiative of the African Union Commission and the European Commission, and I want to commend the committed efforts of Commissioner Neven Mimica and Chairperson Musa Faki, but above all, also alongside that, I want again to recognize and appreciate the direction already mentioned by the Minister of Gender of Mauritania, who introduced everything to us. Thank you. We had actually hoped to convene this meeting earlier, but I think the timing has turned out to be good. For one thing, it allows us to enjoy Mauritanian hospitality. I thank the government of the Islamic Republic of Mauritania for hosting us. Second, this good collaboration between our respective institutions is significant in its own right, above and beyond the importance we attach to the topic of women in power. Third, gender equality is always on the agenda. It is a top priority for both the African Union and the European Union. Women's empowerment happens to have been the theme of European Development Days this year, and again, I was happy to participate. I had the pleasure of participating in this event earlier this month, together with their excellencies, the presidents of Burkina Faso, Liberia, and Niger. So we are building on that momentum. On our continent, we adopted the solemn Declaration on Gender Equality in Africa in 2004. That framework continues to guide our work. Equality between men and women in all spheres of life is also the vision defined in the African Union's Agenda 2063. Africa and Europe are fully aligned on this issue. We have achieved a lot together, but there is also much more we need to do in the future. Despite the goodwill, substantial problems remain in the way of women's, whether cultural, legal, and economic empowerment. There are important policy changes to advocate for, and that will always be important and must continue to be a priority as will be discussed today. But tying those dimensions together are persistent negative mindsets and norms about gender roles that continue to slow down progress. By that, I'm talking about all of us. Women can deliver more when they are enjoying their full rights, but with men and women working together, using their talents to the maximum, the effect is not just additive, it actually multiplies. All of society benefits. The sum is indeed much greater than the parts. Today's event is a part of this process, and I therefore wish you a productive set of discussions. And once again, we will always be available to participate and make our contributions whenever that will be called for and necessary. I wish to thank you very much for your kind attention.